Yo, what's up YouTube? It's Patrick, and this is a guide to the Lost City quest on old school RuneScape. If you're doing this on RuneScape 3, I do have a guide for that as well. Linked in the description below. Anyways, on screen right now are the requirements, items needed, items I recommend, and rewards for this quest. Most of the things on this list are pretty self-explanatory, except for one thing, which I do want to point out, explain real quick. The part where it says runes or materials to make ranged weapons / ammo and whatever. In this quest, you're going to go to an island called Intrana, which is supposed to be a peaceful island ran by monks. So they don't allow you to bring any weapons or armor, which is why you shouldn't even bother bring anything on this that's not on this list, just in case. You will, however, have to fight something on Intrana, which is why you need stuff to fight with. Now, how's that going to work? You can bring jewelry, you can bring runes for some reason if you want to use magic. Downside to using magic, though, is that you won't have a weapon, which means you can't auto-cast, which can get annoying, but if magic is stronger than your range, you might want to take that into consideration. You can safe spot, by the way, for this quest, which is why it's okay that you can't bring armor, and if you want to use range, even if it's weaker, you can do that too. If you're going to use range, though, you will need materials needed to make the bow and arrows. So an unstrung bow of your choice, just make sure you have the fletching level to make it and the range level to use it, a bowstring, headless arrows, and arrow tips or arrowheads of your choice. Once again, just make sure you can use it. You will need at least 5 fletching to make a short bow, though. I think I had level 20 range when I did this and used about 300 bronze arrows with a short bow, maybe a little less. And of course, you can pick up the arrows you used if you run out, but that is a risk since you will get hit if you do that. And technically, you can use melee as well, but it's not recommended at all since you'll basically be punching it to death, and you would need food and prayer potions for that. To start the quest, go to the area in the Lumbridge Swamp with the yellow marker on it on this map. You can use the Amulet of Glory to teleport to Draenor Village and walk there. Talk to the warrior and select the options written on screen. Go slightly west and click on the tree that has a chop option on it rather than chop down, and you will find Seamus. Talk to Seamus and select the first option that says, how does it fit in the shed then? You're going to go to Intrana now. You know the island I talked about earlier, it doesn't allow any weapons or armor, but before you go, if you listened to me in the beginning, you shouldn't have any of those items on you anyways. But if you do, go to the bank in Draenor and make sure to bank those items, and if you don't, you actually gotta go to the bank anyways and bank your hatchet or axe. You need that just to chop the tree a moment ago. Go to Port Sarim. Right click on any of the monks and choose the option to take the boat. Get off the boat and make your way around to the northwestern corner of the island, but you have to run up the eastern side of the island first because the island is split into 2 and that's where the only bridge is. When you get here, climb down the ladder and choose the second option that says, well, that is a risk I'll have to take. Follow the path a little until you find some zombies. Now will be the time to put your weapon together and your arrows and whatever you need to do to prepare yourself for combat, because you're actually going to have to kill these zombies first until they drop a bronze axe. They aren't that strong, but if you like, you can safe spot them behind the mushrooms, and you know, if you have decent melee, you can use melee instead of your magic or range as well. After, again, the bronze axe from the zombies and putting your combat stuff together, go further down the path until you reach the greenish room to the south with the tree in it. Once you're in that room, now would be the time to boost your woodcutting level if you're doing that. attempt to chop at the tree, which will cause a tree spirit to appear. You have to kill the tree spirit before you can chop the tree, and it's a lot stronger than zombies, so definitely safe spotted behind the mushrooms or fungus or whatever you want to call it to the south. Other than that, the fight is pretty simple. After defeating the tree spirit, now it'll be time to boost your woodcutting level again. If you're doing that, you're actually going to chop the tree this time to get a Draymond branch. Draymond branch is used to make Draymond staves, which can be used to teleport to the fairy city known as Xanaris and use fairy rings in the future and things like that. You only need one for this quest, but you can get extras if you're afraid of losing it. But when you have a satisfactory amount of them, now it'd be time to boost your crafting level. If you're doing that, use your knife on the Drain branch to turn it into the staff. Go to the area in the lumbered swamp with the yellow marker on it on this map. Do not go inside the nearby shed until I tell you to. Wield the Draymond staff, go inside the shed, and that will be the end of the quest. So I hope you guys found this video helpful. If you did, remember to like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell for future videos to come, and check out my Patreon if you want to show you some further support. That is linked in the description. Catch you guys later. Peace.